Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'll be going over recurring decimals and specifically how to convert recurring decimals into fractions. So I've split the video up into 3 levels and each level goes up in difficulty. We'll start by looking at how you can convert 0.4 recurring into a fraction. So 0.4 recurring, we can rewrite that as 0.444 and that goes on forever. When we want to convert into a fraction, we need to use algebra. So we'll say x is equal to 0.4 recurring, right? So then we'll say 10x is equal to 4.4 recurring, and we'll take x away from that. In this case, we'll get 0.4 here, and so we'd have 10x minus x on this side, which would give us 9x, and on this side we'd have 4.4 recurring minus 0.4 recurring, and these would actually cancel out, and you're left with just 4. We can then rearrange the equation by dividing by 9 on both sides to get x is equal to 4 over 9. And that is our final answer. So 0.4 recurring is equal to 4 over 9. We can do a similar thing here, but in this case we'd have to multiply it by 100. So here we'd have 100x is equal to 16.6 recurring. We've multiplied it by 100 because the number that is recurring is 2 away from the decimal point, so we'd have to multiply it by 100 instead of 10 here, where the number was 1 away from the decimal point. And then we can take away 10x in this case, which would give us 1.6 recurring. 6's cancel out, and you'd have 16 minus 1 give us 15 on this side, and 100x minus 10x is 90x. So 90x is equal to 15, and x is equal to 15 over 90. We can then simplify this fraction by dividing top and bottom by 15, and you get 1/6. So x is equal to 1/6, and 0.16 recurring is equal to 1/6. Alright, let's move on to the second level then. So we have here 6.38 recurring. In this case, we'd multiply the fraction by 100 again, because the recurring number is 2 away from the decimal point. So 100x is equal to 638.8 recurring, and then we'll take that away from 10x, which is equal to 63.8 recurring. The 8's would then cancel out, so we have 0 here, and 8 minus 3 give us 5, 3 minus 6, so that's 13 minus 6, this 6 turns into a 5, 13 minus 6 gives us 7, and then 5 here, and 100x minus 10x gives us 90x. So x is 575 divided by 90, and if we divide top and bottom by 5, we'll get, can carry out long division here, so 575 divided by 5, this just gives us 1, and then you have 75, this gives us another 1, we have 25, and that gives us 5. So our final answer would be 115 over 90 divided by 5, which is 18. So 6.38 recurring is equal to 115 divided by 18. In this case we have two numbers that are recurring, and that is 0 and 8. So what this would actually look like would be 0.08, 0.8, 0.8, and this just keeps going on. So you'd have a 0 after that 8. So in order to do this, we would multiply by 100 again, because the decimal point is 2 away from the end of the recurring decimal. So 100x is equal to 8.08 recurring, and then we can subtract x away from that. It's 0.08 recurring. If we would have multiplied it by 10x, it would have given us 0.80, which would have made it more difficult to subtract. So in here we'd have 99x, and then these would cancel out, we'd be left with an 8, so x would be equal to 8 over 99, and that is our final answer. Alright, let's move on to level 3, which I believe is the hardest. So 4.71 recurring, again, the last number that is recurring after the decimal point is 2 away, so we'd multiply by 100, so x is equal to 4.71 recurring. 100x equal to 471.71 recurring, and then we can take away x from that to give us 4.71 recurring. On the left side we'd have 99x, and on this side these would cancel out, and then we'd have a 6 here and 11 here. 11 minus 4 would give us 7, and then 46. So our final answer would be 467 divided by 99. Okay, let's take a look at the last question then. So 1.406, and then this would look like this. So it would be 1.406, and then 406, 406, 406, and just keeps going on forever. So because the last number that is recurring is 2 away from the decimal point here, we'd multiply it by 1,000, so it would be 1,000x is equal to 1,406.406. That bit's recurring. We can then take away x from that to get 1.406 recurring. So the 406's here cancel out, and this side we get 999x, and on this side we'd get 1,405. X is therefore equal to 1,405 over 999, and I do not believe that this fraction can be simplified further, so this is our final answer. 1.406 recurring is equal to 1,405 over 999. Alright, that's the end of the video. If you found the video helpful, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.